All right, everyone, what is up? I hope you all are doing very well and are headed off into a great weekend. Anyways, I have a small project that I wanted to bring you guys along on. I have a used acetone. It's a 5 gallon container. I got it from Ace Hardware, and I was gonna throw it out, and then I had the coolest idea ever. Um, I really like the idea of steel trash cans. I know that you can get like galvanized steel mop buckets and stuff like that, and people use those for their trash cans and their roaches and stuff like that from stick welding. They're really popular with pipeline welders and stuff. And then you can buy like aftermarket or like expensive steel trash cans from like Granger and stuff like that. But truth be told, I think I'd rather gouge my eyes out than give my money to Granger. So anyways, I had something that I wanted to do with you guys and bring you guys along, and hopefully it's one of those really cool projects that's just really kind of fulfilling, and it feels good to do, and just it has the potential of kind of just being like a cool conversation piece. So let me get you guys flipped around and we'll get deep. All right, you guys. So this is what I have here. This is my 5 gallon acetone container, and my grandpa was an engineer from Lockheed. He worked for the Skunk Works. I believe he worked on the U-2, the SR-71, and the F-117A was on the drawing board when he retired. And so, but he lived through the Depression, and he was just really, really kind of a crafty guy. And so he got an old, I think you Mobil Oil and some of those oil companies like Texaco and Chevron, Shell, Texaco, just, they used to sell their products in steel 5 gallon containers. So what he did was he took the lid off, and he turned it into a trash can. And I just thought it was like the coolest kind of vintage trash can, and it was just freaking awesome. And then I don't know how many of you guys are used to be like graffiti artists or taggers or writers, or who grew up during the 90s doing that kind of artwork and stuff. But if you were to clean this off, it gives you the perfect platform for making like a really, really custom trash can that you could probably even sell on Etsy and do very well on. So let me quit flapping my gums here and let's get into nuts and bolts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my hole with, this is a Hercules. It's a step drill bit that has a twist to it. I think I've gone through 2 sets of them. They do not like stainless steel that well, especially if it's heavy wall stainless steel. They do not like it at all, I promise, but they are a great product. So what I'm going to start with is, this is an air nibbler I got when I was a kid. I used to work at a tool store when I was a kid, and the owner was really cool. And so kind of before like the real genesis of Harbor Freight, this was the era where a lot of people would buy their tools from flea markets or swap meets and stuff like that. So down in Long Beach, there used to be several people from Taiwan that would bring in tools and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff that came in from Taiwan during the 90s, like the early 90s, it was an amazing quality. So this is an air nibbler from Taiwan, and I have taken apart many cars with this thing. And it's just cool, and it's about 30 years old. This company here, so I'm gonna once I drill my hole with that, I'm gonna use the air nibbler to take the top off, and then I'm gonna see if I can clean up my sharp edges. I have kind of a worn out drum, like a flapper wheel. It's kind of tired, so maybe I could kill it on this one. So this company here, this is a little known air tool company. They're kind of obscure, and it's always just kind of bothered me, and I don't know why, that they just don't have like better brand name recognition in the mainstream market. But this die grinder is 30 years old. I got these 2 air tools at about the same time in the early 90s, and just a great product. I have taken apart cars with both of these. So anyways, let me get you guys in the stand. I think there might be a little bit of acetone residue left over in this, so things might get very interesting. So let's get into this. Okay, so the head size for the air nibbler is about just a fuzz over 1/2 inch. So I just took it up to 9/16 just to be safe. Nice. There is definitely some acetone residue in here, so bye-bye birdie. Alright, so these edges are, they're just barely kind of sharp, so all right, you guys, my air conditioner kicked on and I didn't want to like try to speak over my air conditioner. No, my air compressor, I'm sorry. Although they do both have compressors in them. All right, you guys, so this edge here, I can really press on it with my thumb. There's no sharps on it. I think I want to leave that just as that ridge there because it'll help with the structural integrity of the ring here and it won't flex or anything like that. But anyways, this is just a super cool, and you could paint this thing any color you want to. and it's just kind of perfect for storing stuff, or like sometimes, a lot of times too, in some of these contemporary office spaces that people have. They're really into this kind of like soft vintage, or kind of steampunk or soft industrial look. But if you guys could find old steel containers like this that like are from Mobil or Chevron or Texaco or whatever, and they still have the original screen printing on them, they didn't use stickers back in those days. Either the steel was embossed or the cans were actually screen printed. So if you could find those, and those I think would make a really cool waste bin. It's just handy to have a steel trash can in a shop, because sometimes you're throwing hot stuff in it. Another thing too is, like, I don't know if you guys remember back when you used to be able to buy the steel trash cans that used to have your football teams on them. I used to have one that was it was a 49ers one. And I loved that thing until I got a BB gun, and I never dreamed that it would be worth like a lot of money. But I destroyed it with my BB gun in my bedroom. Anyways, kind of funny stuff. Anyways, all right, you guys, I hope if you find this stuff useful and kind of informative, or just fun and cool or whatever, or if I could help incentivize you guys of just finding different angles of doing ways that are just something that's really cool, or something that you guys can sell and make a couple extra bucks on the side. I hope I can help. Please considering subscribing and hit that like button. Also, have a great weekend. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.